We're about to take it back.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Tony and Lee on the radio. Dr. Joe's therapy on the radio. The love doctor going live on the radio. Two mics and a mind on the radio. Radio, turned up 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 on the radio. Two nights and a mind. Two nights and a mind. Two nights. Watch this. And a mind. Yeah.
Hello, welcome to Mice in the Mind. I am Tuli, one of your hosts, and I'm joined with my co-host.
Hey,
the Love Doctor.
Hey, you know what? Why do you call me the Love Doctor? Why?
It's encouragement.
Okay. I ain't saying that you're wrong. You know that, but words have meaning. So people say stuff. I'm just curious as to why is that you say what you say. I appreciate it.
Okay. So, well, because you're always giving relationship advice, so we just, pinned you as the Love Doctor.
Tuli, he's always trying to give.
Always trying to give love advice. Correct.
You know what? Well, I'm going to flip the topic on y'all then. I'm always giving advice. I want to ask y'all for some advice, but before I do ask y'all for some advice, I'm curious to know, Resident Joe, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm wonderful. The weather is getting warmer. I love warm weather. So I'm doing great. Taking it day by day and do what I can do.
That is all right indeed. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. And everybody out there in radio land, I just want to send a big shout out to Jordan. Send a big shout out to Ian. All my fans, I get all y'all emails. I just want to let y'all know, because I don't respond to y'all emails, don't think that I don't have a chance to read them. I do appreciate y'all. I do receive all the love that y'all send me. I just want to say thank you.
That's cute.
Oh yeah. But what I wanted to ask y'all is the role of an uncle. Is an uncle really supposed to play an important role, or what role is the uncle supposed to have in a kid's life?
I think it all depends.
The role, it's whatever. I guess it all depends on the relationship between the parent and the sibling. The uncle and the parent and the uncle.
I think it all depends too. I think sometimes uncles need to step up because someone's missing in that kid's life. So you got the uncle has to step up and fulfill that role.
I know it is kind of touchy because my boys are uncles on both sides, uncles to their kids. And I know one in particular is very sensitive about one uncle, crossing that line, a little bit. Actually, they both are like that. So they both know that, each means well. So, but anyway, I don't know. It just depends on the relationship.
I think uncles are important in a kid's life.
Yeah, of course they are. Yeah, I think so too. They have a role. They have a good role. Important role.
Yeah. And
so what is their role?
It all depends. Sometimes their role is only uncle role, and sometimes they have to fulfill that paternal male figure role. It all depends.
Yeah.
I'm coming to realize an uncle ain't really got to do nothing. Uncle really can't do nothing.
What you mean by that?
Sometimes you're in a situation where you can't do nothing.
That's not true.
What do you mean by that? Give me an example.
If it ain't your kid, if the parent is crazy, ain't much you can do as an uncle. You just kind of got to sit back and watch and just be there when they turn 18 and be like, hey,
Come on.
You grown now. Come on, now we can talk. You ain't gotta be over there with your mom and dad like that.
Too late after that.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of frustrating. You really can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
That's not true. I don't know. I disagree with that.
I mean, if the uncle has been active in the kid's life, I think that if they needed him, they would come to him. You know.
Be specific though. Like, what is the role of an uncle? What is the uncle supposed to do? That's what I'm saying. Be Pacific. Like the ocean.
But if his role is to step in, if his father's not there, I guess. I mean, that's
how can he step in if the parents don't allow him to step in?
But that's different.
You can't do it then.
That's what I'm saying, and that's the role of an uncle. You really can't do nothing.
But that's why we said it all depends.
You can only do as much as they'll allow you to do.
That's for anybody. That's
exactly.
Sisters, brothers. That's for everybody. That's
exactly.
it.
Exactly. So I'm sitting back and I'm just I'm living the lifestyle of an uncle right now. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if that's the lifestyle you want to live.
What do you mean the lifestyle I want to live?
Yeah, you choose. You choose what role.
No, you don't choose to be an uncle. That's something that's given to you. You don't choose that. That ain't got nothing to do with you. Okay, ain't that right, Tuli? That ain't got nothing to do with you. You given that position. They ain't got nothing to do with your choice.
You choose. You choose what role you want to play in your nephews, niece, children, even your children. You choose what role you want to play.
So let's explore for a moment some family dynamics. Family dynamics are really, really, really important. And one thing that I'm coming to understand is there's really no inward peace in some family dynamic situation. I'm looking at a lifestyle of what's known as split custody. Split custody means half of the week you with the mama, other half of the week you with the daddy. So you got a kid going through split custody situation. Half of the week they with the mama, half of the week they with the daddy. You start to realize that kid actually has no stability in their life at all. And as an uncle, ain't nothing you can do about it. That ain't your situation. Ain't really much you can do. So it's just one of those things. I'm just learning that whole dynamic. You know?
Okay, let me ask you a question. Like, what is it? You already asked it. What if hello, Tony?
Hey, Tony, what's going on, buddy?
Man, I've been saying, listen, y'all, man, for a second. I had to get it in, boy. I knew.
Okay.
Hey, I tell you what, if you had that squatty potty, it would have been coming out. You listen, real easy.
He didn't say he had a hard time.
Man, you sick, man. I ain't had a hard time. I had to get it done.
Listen,
oh my
man.
goodness.
He had a hard time.
Who
Listen,
said that?
man.
No, I said you didn't say that.
If you want to change your life, I'm just saying, don't knock it till you try.
Man, you was a sicko, man.
No, that's actually the right process that you're supposed to do. If you look at our ancestors,
Most you could do is be a male example. So when they see you, at least they have. Wait, hold on. What happened here? The most you could do.
That's right, Joshua.
Example. So when they
There
see
you go.
at least they have something to look at. You know, man. Somebody remove. Who more coming on reading it? Please stop that.
That ain't
Can't be. Ain't nobody but that Jungle Bunny.
that ain't me.
Am I in the right spot for live streaming? Yes. He's in the right spot for live streaming. What's going on, Aaron Holmes? What's going on, Holmes?
Mm-hmm.
Woman, what happened to you the weekend?
I think that's what he's explaining.
Oh, what he explained? Was he in the right spot?
He said something about he got a code for. If you go up, you'll see his message right there.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so Shalom. He put Shalom. Hey, anyway, y'all media team, I got a code for Telegram. That's for live. No one wish over in the room.
He probably was ever in the room.
Oh, yeah, you got it. You ain't not that bad now. Say it. Shalom. Quaisha, good to see you. We're going to see Quaisha this weekend, and next weekend we're going to see her.
What?
He gave me a call for Telegram. I was in there, no service. Oh, Wednesday night, no. Wednesday night, we did not have service woman night. Wednesday night we did. Because we had so much everybody got to get ready. and they're gonna be off all next week. So I gave him my Wednesday night so they can get ready because we're already gonna be in now. Shabbat Layla, Shabbat Yom, then Sunday you got that day. Then we back in from there 7 days. So I try to give them a break, consider how much everybody need to get ready. I'm still behind. I got so much stuff to do, but you know.
The 26th.
I already sent a text message to all my members. I told them, don't ask me no questions. I don't want to meet with you. I don't want to see you. Other what I'm gonna be doing, I just don't. I got like a ton of things to get done, and I'm on break. So now they just gotta get that rest in. I was hot. Listen, we put that mean you went on that Shabbat day. No, did we tell them on Shabbat day we went having service Wednesday?
I don't know.
I can't remember. Maybe I can't remember how. Did you miss us? She said next weekend at 27. We love to see you. I can't remember. Maybe I did. I thought I put on it. He said, what did he say? My wife, who don't even like you, said, babe, why you not in Shabbat? Tell I appreciate her for getting on you too.
She don't even like you. That's funny.
Yeah. She don't like say he appreciate her for getting on you. Like, what are you doing? Yeah, you supposed to be in service. She look at, yeah, much I don't like you supposed to be in there. You know what? I grown people out over time. They just keep on out the wild shit. Look, it'll grow on. A lot of times when people hate be with me, they look at it just that divide they see at the time. So they just look at, man, I feel like you pulling away from me. I feel like you listen to him. But for me, I think what happens for people is you either love me or you hate me. It's kind of not like he's an okay guy. Like, I could take him or leave him. Because if you listen, you really watch, you hear the authenticity and the honesty of what I say, and you know you really hear the logic in it, and you realize we've been played, and you can tell I'm a person when you really, it's like, when somebody played, you like you weaker than me and you played me. You didn't play me. I gave you the benefit of the doubt. If I knew you were trying to play me, I'd have never let you get that far. And to find out that people do that to you with religion, you think like people say, oh, get in the church and it's better than people to go. You find out these people are wicked, man. They'll beat you. They're worse than people in the street. You like, hey, on the street you couldn't do that. Mm-hmm. If you was on the street you did that, you'll be dead. So you can see where they take advantage of a lot of things. So a lot of people that listen to me, especially a lot of people I think that connected me are people who come from the street. Especially people been incarcerated, because they can hear, I can really vibe this guy because he's genuine. It's like when you weigh me for the whole thing, you're like, even the things you might say, I know where he's coming from. And that's the thing people can respect. I know where he's coming from. And people can respect that versus people come at you so many angles. You're like, I don't get this guy. What is this guy trying to do? What side is he on? So, he said she been dealing with it for, 17 years or so. LOL. Yeah. Next year will be good. 18 will be legal. Tell her we'll have a legal relationship. Then she got a He said, my wife would like that too. She couldn't stand him at first. Now she listened to him. Bill, tell her I appreciate her. Because I got John out of Illinois. He told me that. Me and him had a long talk. He said, yeah. He said, he said, I'll listen to you, man. I'd be listening. I would tell about this other preacher. Everybody knows this other preacher. I don't call his name. It's not important about him. He said, my wife was stuck on him. I'll listen. He was like, I was listening. I was like, dude is making so much sense. He said, man, I had you blasted in the house, man. And she didn't want to hear it. She'll be in the other rooms. She'll be like, she didn't want to hear it. He said, I just had you blasted through the whole house. She's like, he using them words, though. He said, listen to what he's saying, though. He making sense. Listen. He said, one day she was in the room. She came out. She said, he telling the truth. He said, he like, listen, I just kept black. When people really listen to me and just realize, I don't realize a lot of times I offend people like that. Then you think about it. I changed the course of people's lives. A lot of people look at I'm in adultery, or my wife family's in adultery, or my family's in adultery, and it's the wife that kind of vibes, me. So it puts it's a really precarious situation it put people in. My closest, my sister, my aunt. I lost a young lady years ago. We started out. She was you remember I think what was her name? You remember when she used to drive up? She had her and her son. She used to drive all the way from Griffin, Georgia. she was coming. I can't remember her name right now. She drove, and I preached on adultery one day, and I really laid into it. She said, her dad was in adultery, and her brother was getting remarried, and that thing hurt her. She told me, she said, we love her. The girl, her sister, she was like, I can't come back. She like, I can't come here. She said, my dad in adultery, and my brother. She like, I can't come back. She left. She never came back. She used to drive. Man, that girl used to drive like an hour to service. Single mom was coming, grooming, but her dad was on the door. Her brother was getting married. She said they loved her. She said, already I call her my sister-in-law. She like, I can't come back here. She like my family on the door. Listen, she threw it all away.
She was.
And I guarantee they ain't moved. Listen, I hadn't moved. Woman out of sight, I got 75 with surround sound. I will have that thing bumping. Hear me talking. I appreciate you. Bill said, I'm telling you. He said he had, what did he say? He had to be proving him. Well, I'm sorry. I'm telling you, he had to be proving him, and she had to see it. Listen, that's the whole thing. People, when they see you standing on it, they see you unaware, but they come. If you just remove my comment, I put her down. What you did that? Let me tell you something. You bad about removing stuff I put up there. You good up there? I snatched some of that monkey hair off your back. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm not.
You might be talking to Tula.
No, you. Who removed my monkey hair? Put up there?
Excuse me?
What is that?
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
No, if I did, that was my apology. I was clicking another tab while you were talking. It brought back to my memory one of the first sermons that I seen of you.
Lessons now.
I watched about 2 minutes.
And
in them 2 minutes, you had my attention.
For real?
If it's all right, I was actually able to find it, and I want to play these 2 minutes.
But
I don't want to be out of place because I know it got to be awkward for you to see yourself talking. But I'm just curious if it's all right with y'all, if you will. You got 2 minutes of your time.
Go ahead. Oh, you want to show us what you heard?
Yeah, this is the one. As a matter of fact, I remembered it because the name of it was called Corrupt Preachers. I've never heard a pastor talk about other preachers being corrupt. I always was on the mindset that you gotta, no man is perfect. You gotta eat the meat and spit out the bones. Yeah. So whenever a pastor is preaching, you gotta take the good, spit out the bones. So when I heard you in 2 minutes, it just blew my mind. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to take this moment and I want to share with y'all something called Corrupt Preacher. The man came out the gate. I just back up to the 1 minute mark. And here we go.
Ford, Glenn, Beckman, the rest of them, they're not going to tell you nothing. Amen. Isn't that right? Once again, I tell you, before we came on, had nothing come on, we go out, ain't nothing else coming on. Amen. I'm going to give you 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 17. Thank God for my family coming out this evening. Isn't that right? That's a blessing. Been watching me on Tuesday. Isn't that right? I got some other family members on the other side watching me. Isn't that right? Y'all come on in before it get late. Getting dark out there. Isn't that right? I got another crook cousin out the wild. Maybe they'll get him on out the way. Isn't that right? Thank God for the truth. I know it's a crook for the news ever caught up with him. Isn't that right? A whole lot of crooks out here. I don't cut no corner with them because they're my family. Isn't that right? Everybody that's going to be a God, going to be holy, they're going to live a clean, separated life. Can't run with the world. You got to be a separation in your life. You got to learn how to love your own wife, and the wife got to learn how to love her own husband. Yeah. Children got to learn how to obey their parents. Yeah. That's holiness. Isn't that right? You ain't going to get there for no defects. Most of the people sitting down there passing cases, taking kids, a whole lot of them ain't got no business with their kids. Amen. That's right. A whole lot of these judges sitting on these benches, sitting around making decisions and sending people to prison. A whole lot of them need to go to jail. Yeah. I just want to give y'all a news break today from John Lewis. I heard he's running for office. I think he want to be reelected in July the 15th. Y'all know.
So I just want to stop it right there at this moment and pause. When I heard that in that 1 minute clip I just played, you had said so much stuff that it had my attention at that point, and it just started to lure me in more and more and more because I've never heard anybody that was just so, confident in what they were saying in regards to just people being crooked, especially those preachers that was being crooked preachers. So that was one of the first videos that I saw, and it just lured me in. And ever since then, I just got hooked, man. I just started watching more and more and more, and I just started learning more and more and more about the Bible that I've been raised up in for all my life. So I appreciate you.
No, I appreciate that. Yeah, it's wild watching myself do that. I saw woman out to say he got that down low. He said, "Man, play it." He said, "I know that one word for word." I appreciate that. Yeah, I made a lot of transitioning, that people seen, but I've always stood for clean living. A structure for the home. The man leading about the family, the kids. Being the parent. That's something I've always, people say, "Oh, he lost it. He just lost." I mean, think about it. What did I lose? And now, I have a lot more clarity of really understanding the things that I've said. I stood on them with the passion, conviction. But when you have that understanding of, do you really know what you're saying? A lot of things I realized I really, the passion, the vigor, the fight was there. But now, like, the understanding to what I do is so important. And the rationality to why, I take the stand I take, and why I, fight the way I fight, and really just making sure people say, "Oh, he talks so fast. He talks so fast. I can't understand what he's saying." And it's the country draw. I can't do it now. I use dictionary. Then they ain't preach the dictionary. The man not even preaching about it. Let's get clarity. Let's get understanding of what we're doing. And I appreciate that, love, Doctor. I guess everybody got their different ones they heard or made that difference for them. Like me, where I came from, it was 1 Corinthians 6 and 9. Mm-hmm. I heard that made that. I won't forget what made that difference for me, and really made me consider, run the Father and try to figure out, like, wow. And I saw it was actually in there. It's like that changed it rocked my world. I didn't know. Yes, it ain't like I ain't gonna say I ain't know I was wrong. I just didn't know to the degree of it's right here, and I didn't even know it. And all I looked at was, why didn't my pastor say something? So I guess that's why I'm a pastor, that different type of preacher, where I attack a lot of issues or say a lot of things about things. It's not something like you just want to do, but you have to do it. And when you do it, you lose people. A lot of people have left. Recently, past time, people leave for my stance or what I, how I stand on. But, I don't move. I don't waver. I don't let people change me from what the truth is. The truth is the truth. If it's something I'm doing wrong, unlike a lot of people, I'll change. I didn't come this far to say, I heard people say, "Oh, I'm wrong, the Bible wrong." I heard them say that why I can't. I'll die this way. I heard people say, "I'll die this way." That's retarded. I'm only living to be right. Why would I want to die wrong if I'm living to be right? It's like it's such a moronic statement. It doesn't even make sense. I'm only doing this to get it right. So I appreciate you guys, hanging in here with me while I grown and transition, still growing, transitioning. A lot of us, we got a lot of history. You guys, a lot of people watch me a lot of years and have watched me and have changed with me and watched me transition and watched me come back and say, "Well, no, okay, no, we're not doing it. Okay, let me change the name again. No, let's do it. Oh, no, well, we won't say that word. We'll say this. No." And I know, but I'm just as honest as I can be. I just want to be right. I don't know what else to tell people. What's wrong if you want to be right? Some people been the same way all their life, and that's scary because you should be growing. Mm-hmm. So I appreciate that Big Lee Zamara. I see he said 100. I don't know what one liner did y'all hear that struck you? I guess, but other people, I don't know. Maybe they got a clip they put up. They said, "Well, this is what I heard. I remember hearing that changed it for me." That's different. Woman, I said, "Yeah, even my wife noticed the change. She'll ask questions, why you did this or that." Yeah, I don't blame you. You notice that show you, she sees the transition, and I appreciate it. Said thanks. Mm-hmm. And said, "Are you married?" I know Arnett's married to that phone. He's showing that thing, bro. Make sure, I hope they charge you about a minute, man. You're gonna be in the hole. And I said that I agree. He said, "I am agreeing with." What happened?
Yes, sir. He answered your question.
Who did?
Ed. He's married.
Ed.
Oh, he did. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So it's okay. I appreciate it. I always see him up there. Okay. Yes. Okay. I will tell the wife I say hello. Mm-hmm. Everybody, you as well, woman out there in Bill, but please let them know. Send them my greetings.
Question for you there, Raw.
Go ahead.
I remember watching as I watch it, one particular sermon stood out to me. Well, all of them stood out, but one stood out to me that I thought was really peculiar. It was one about the dietary law. I seen where you're saying the dietary law was done away with, and then as I watched more and more, I seen it came across where you actually had a video where you corrected the dietary law, and you said, you know what, I looked at it the wrong way, and you went and you clarified, you opened it up that the dietary law is still. It's still active as far as today. It's not abolished. So my question to you is, what is it that made you want to go ahead, put aside your personal feelings, and go ahead and teach, hey, I was wrong, and get us right?
Believe it or not, it was not my personal feelings I put aside. I actually preached that because that's what I actually believed. It wasn't even like a personal conviction. Nothing I preach, like, you know, when it come down to, you know, people's souls. I taught. I read across something in Deuteronomy. I think what they call Deuteronomy, all our hot Davarim. If I'm correct, it's like probably 14 and 15. It's been years. If I'm correct, I know it's the 14th chapter, about the 15th verse or 14th verse. He was saying that they may eat of it alike. The unclean and clean could eat of it alike. And I was already teaching first, which is Olive Barnaba, 1 Timothy, the 5th chapter, about, you know, speaking things with their, 4th chapter. He talked about them forbidding the marrying of abstain from meats which Elohim have created for them that among believe and know the truth. For every creature of Elohim is good and none to be refused. So I was like, I worked it out, and Hebrew Israelites would kind of say, he wrong, but they couldn't defend it. I weigh him out. I said, what you gonna do with this? He said, an unclean and clean can eat of it alike. One Shabbat back then, Saturday we were keeping it, and we went out to eat at Longhorn, and we were eating. We had the shrimp appetizer, weighing them out, and I got home that night. I used to get a lot of emails. I would answer emails. This gentleman sent me an email. He was saying, he was like, greeted me, told me how much he respected me and he watched me. And he asked me when I look at something. He said, I know, basically he was saying to me, paraphrase, like, he knew I was a, smart guy and everything. And he's like, he was a fan because I'm reading it. I'm already like, you said something. I know I'm like, oh, he's trying to slick one in him, trying to get one in him, trying to teach me about the dietary law. But he was most respectful. And he did. He said, listen, I listened to you, and let me know that. And just, and just told me to look at something. I looked at it and I went over, I think in the 15th chapter of that same book, it said an unclean and clean person alike may eat of it. It was not talking about the meat. I said that make a difference. I was like, 1 Timothy, 4th chapter, get that. Every creature God is good, none to be refused. And what stuck me, it said, to them that believe and know the truth. I was saying to them that, I was saying to them, I said, okay, I know what it is. I said, Matthew at the time, it ain't what going to man defile a man and what come out of him. They eat unclean meat. And that thing said to eat with unwashed hand. I said, to eat with unwashed hand. I said, to eat with unwashed hand. I said, I know it's in another book. I couldn't find it. I was sitting there stuck. I was like, how did I see that? And that was that night. That was probably like 12, 1 in the morning. So I went on to sleep. It bothered me. When I came in that Sunday to preach, I didn't even know. I just wound up preaching on it. I was like, I saw it. I thought about it. I was like, it just made sense. Those that know the truth will go know what the dietary law, when it said to them that believe and know the truth. So a lot of things, that's why I say if you got to know custom, the only reason they would have been forbidden to eat meat would be because of originally man didn't eat meat. Man was a vegetarian. We know that because of after they came out the top of the ark. He said you can eat of the meat just like you eat the green herbs. So even in 14th chapter book of 1 Corinthians, Romans, he talks about how the meat, he talks about how one eat meat, another one eat herbs. Because one don't believe you can eat meat. A lot of people don't believe it's like a lot of Hebrew Israelite camps don't believe you should eat meat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's why he talked about it. These people will teach to abstain from marriage and abstain from meats which Elohim created for them that among and know their mind. And none to be refused. Remember when Cup was up on the roof, he refused the unclean. He didn't refuse meat. He said, not so. Nothing come unclean never entered my vessel. So you just get to where you see where a lot of groups start to interpretate. For me, I mean, I got up right then and I did it. So it was like, boom. I mean, when I get it, I mean, that's what I do. I try to make it my business to do it, you know, and it ain't easy. People think, oh, you just get up there. It's not, because it's self, and you always, you're ripping apart people's lives. And it's for the good. It's just people don't get it. They think, oh, he don't care. That's a lie. A lot of times, people's lives you ripping apart are people that closest to you. And everybody don't have a mind to stand when you come along. I appreciate you guys, all of you that transition. I lost people when we transitioned. I lost people when we transitioned to the word. We started using the Aubrey. I lost people then. I lost people on stance. You know, I lost people on stance. Every time I took a stance on something, he showed, you always lose people. People will be with you for a period of time, but when it really convicts them, you lose them. It's a lot of people, even with live streaming, a lot of people sit on the end because it gives them that end of, I can vibe him here, but not there, because it'll disrupt the I don't want to use harmony, but you don't understand it, harmony, because it's Greek. I try to stay with some that, you know, because their stuff refer to other God, but it disrupt the unity in them, you know, in their marriage situation with their kids, with their spouses. And I know it's hard. People have to look and say, hey, we've been together all these years and I just jump up and leave. Then I got kids. We got stuff together. You know, everybody can't do it. I'll be honest, it's a hard way. It's a hard way, but you have to weigh your salvation greater than those things. But that's pretty much how I got into it. Some of that, what was this? She said it was women wearing pants and women covering their heads. I was shocked because I felt like he was already hearing me and a covering didn't matter. Appreciate it. So it said what drew me was we in bad shape, and American Dream was a nightmare. I knew the lesson word for word, I'm sure. I remember working at the Toyota factory, having those on repeat. Appreciate it. Womanati, I'm seeing this say, you know what got me was whatever is sold in the shamble, unclean meats, never be sold in the shamble. That stopped pork, shrimp, etc. is okay lie. I appreciate it. Listen, man. Woo. Listen, it has been like, whoo. Y'all, I appreciate everybody hanging in here with me. It hasn't been easy. There's a lot of you guys that rolled me in a lot of years. Josh said, what did he say? He said, when you said you were wondering why your pastor didn't tell you about things being in the book, same thing for me. A lot I asked him, and he didn't have a real answer. Yeah. Small churches tend to do that too. They can't afford to lose people. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate y'all guys. Well, that's why we're here now, trying to see where we make a difference. He said, Shalom, brothers and sisters. Haven't been on in a while. Hope all is well. Yes, it is, Jeremiah. We appreciate you. Good to have you back tonight. Whatever soul in the shambles is again. That's right. That's what Kerry told. He said, I don't know where to start. That's what Andrew said. Brandon Lewis. What stuck with me was you talking about the characteristics of Elohim as a man. I appreciate that. Womanati, what did he say? Womanati said, American Dream was a nightmare, top 10. You did that, top 10 live raw going on. I appreciate it. He said, changing my life. Appreciate that, Brandon. I appreciate all y'all. You know, that's always odd for me. You know, you hear people tell you, you know, because, you know, I preach, I do what I do, I teach. You don't really think about the real impact you make on people. I'm just, you know, me, and I just do what I do. And I say, you know, let me just talk to y'all and tell you something. I'll tell you, it's just me just talking, being honest, not realizing the effect that you played. You'll hear people say, you know, how much you changed their life. That's humbling. It's almost embarrassing to me. It really makes me, because you don't think about how much you play in people's lives like that. You know, I'm just thinking, I'm just me. I'm just talking. I'm not doing nothing extra. I ain't putting a facade. I'm just, hey, this is this, and I'm saying this, but then it's people that's like, wow, you just changed my whole world. You know, it's like that's really humbling to like really. It just like it makes me like feel it's like, wow, you don't realize how many people's lives you touch on just being you and being a real you. I appreciate you guys. That means a lot to me. Sense of humor. Then I started listening to the message. I appreciate it. Again, the sense of humor just me. I mean, you know, it's hey, it is. You know, I like to laugh. I like to have fun. I'm not a sad person. Life's short. So, you know, I'm just me. Rough around the edges, but I'm genuine. I love people, white, black, you know. I love people, all colors.
I love the jokes, man. You used to be real funny. You used to be hilarious. You used to be very
used to be.
Yeah, when you gonna start?
Yeah.
So I'm not ready to say you used to be funny too.
You used to have some good jokes, boy. I didn't listen you for straight laugh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But you know what? How about this right here? Even though you transitioned, why do you think other pastors refuse to transition and reveal the new information to their members? Because that's all I wanted from my other pastors.
Right.
Really, I mean, I guess for Roy Kadasa, I got it from my mama being funny. That's wild. Thank you for thinking you know that, Karen. But I don't know. I guess, I mean, I think every preachers know. Preachers know. You know your relationship, man. Don't believe that preachers don't. It's just unfortunate that money, the sake of keeping the marriage, the sake of pride, will destroy people's lives. That's something I really try to make sure I don't do. And as a man, it's easy. It's easy to turn a blind eye, to sit around and lie and say no. It is. It's easy to turn a blind eye. It's easy to leave something alone. It's easy to compromise. All that stuff is easy. It's the fight the stance you take to look at. People count on me, like you guys. I know people count on me, especially people that have been failed. So for me, it's like I always revert back to what hurt me with my former pastor and with former preacher. So I look at, I wouldn't want to do that to anybody. People count on me to be authentic. People count on me, hey, when people call me, people come to me because they feel like, hey, I'm going to get them the right answer. And I'm that person that's not looking to let you down. People looking at me, y'all don't see how many people come up, Scoundrel Tony Smith. Well, y'all know how that work out. So, that's my goal. Like I tell people, I'm going to know if it's a Scoundrel Tony Smith, believe me, I'm going to know it before everybody else. I know. Yeah. Oh, I would tell it. Tell them people don't listen. Tell them, don't save him. Put him out there. If it's a Scoundrel Tony Smith, tell them, put it out there. Let the people know. The people got a right to know. And I appreciate you for keeping me, and qualifying me for this job, because it ain't easy. People let it go all the time. People choose other roles all the time. But I always think about people, and and me being hurt by preachers. Oh, it's a no-brainer. That's my motivation for keep pushing. So you guys, when you guys look to Elohim and put your confidence in Yahuwah, all you do is help keep me straight. He said, what Andrew said, what did he say? He said, I appreciate you all. Keep me grounded. That's what we do. We keep each other grounded. What one I to say? When he was going off on false preachers, okay, that nobody but Love Doctor did that. False teachers, man, too funny. But hunching, big nose, sissy, big go, manly thing on Flash Show Parkway. I was weighing on my E-line. Scoundrel on Tony Smith. Tell it. That's it. I try to tell him. Is you don't think Creflo, Jake, Jamal will pay for that tape? Now you tell them, listen, man, you can be a millionaire. This him. These folks will pay for a tape. Listen, a sissy come on out and say, listen, I got it. Me and him. Listen, listen. I guarantee you'll know who I am then. They'll be like, listen, come on up and we got to tell it. Listen, they ain't going to give me no prayer. Ain't gonna be no repentance for me. Them folk gonna dig. They gonna dig the ground over and put me in hell that day. Everybody gonna another chance. They hate it, but I mean, really, you just really got to get tired of being wrong. I was so tired. I mean, I was gun to the head tired. I ain't, people tell me, oh, I was no. I'm right here. I'm like, man, I'm gonna blow my brains out. I was so fed up. That's why I'm doing it. I tell people, if you're not fed up with it to death, you're not. It's no motivation. Now, did I fully stop then? No, because there's always things you learning. Don't be scared to grow and transition. You transitioning, and you have to have that mindset of that. People just, you're gonna grow. You're not gonna just jump up and start walking right completely. But when you know you do better, then you start to guard yourself. You start to brace yourself. So you start keeping yourself from things. It's they called Jamal Bryant a baboon baby. I gave him a compliment that day, didn't I? Yeah, I don't know what made that man call my name. I didn't even know who he was. Daryl, shalom, Daryl. Andrew, he said, you called a lot of this stuff years ago. Listen, with Jake's them these people fought me. Jamal, they fought me. Oh, he just jealous of them. They mans of God. God is blessing them. He jealous of them because he ain't got the God is blessing them. Every time I look around, nobody talk about these guys having baby with underage kids. Listen, pregnant underage kid, the family covered it up in order for their funeral business. Pete, listen, I have documentation. People email me. I just moved on. Listen, send your friend in to do the DNA test and you got busted and nobody talks about it. They sent me documentation of this stuff. These guys are rotten to the core and no one cares. I've called all these guys out. Everybody fought me. That's why I just let them have them. Then, TJ, I don't have a comment. I was, oh, yeah, interesting. I'm so surprised. What happened? No, never heard of it before. He said, yeah, when Boomer and Jamal came for Raw Hot, you were hot. Yeah. Boomer told him. He said, Jamal, hot with you. That's his daddy you called out. That first time I met Jordan Boomer, he told me. I was like, I don't know these guys. The coding on him, he'll tell you, I didn't know. They were like, hey, you know who he is? I like, not at all. I didn't know none of them. Boomer came, he told me, he said, listen. He said, you're a genius. He told him, he said, y'all pastor genius. He said, you in a storefront building and you made it on Word Network. He said, you're on a major platform. Congratulations. He said, you tell me who you know from a storefront building have made it on Word Network on a major platform. He said, congratulations, you're a genius. He said, Jamal mad at you. He hurt. You call his daddy out on stage. That's his daddy. I'm looking at his dad. I'm like, I don't know who these people are. Yeah, I had me some times out there. We had some times. Like Al Green said, for the good time. He said, I saw that video too. Yeah. These guys, listen, I tell people all the time, the small people, I say, you won't know me. I said, but your pastor know me. They be like, huh? I said, if your pastor anybody, he know who I am. The white right there, he said, facts. He said, I was in the crowd and in the back that day. They tried to set him up and everything. That's right, he was down. They tried to get me to share a room with this guy. And the boy, no, he couldn't wear. He was flaming full of sugar. I told that joker flat. They tried to humble down Smith, share a room with Peterson. Listen, I tell the flat if I told him, you can share a room. I said, listen, man. I said, let me tell you something, man. I said, man, I wake up, man. You land that bed, me, your head on my chest. I said, man, we gonna tear all the wallpaper out that wall and redecorate their rooms. I said, man, I told you, people, I need a room. I'm like, why would I be? This is like so elementary. Why would I be sleeping in the room with another man owner? I'm like, are y'all retarded? I'm like, you people retarded? This is the more. I'm finna sleep in the room with somebody owner. Well, you look like you listen. Light a cigarette. Man, please. I don't know what they're thinking of. Stop being so elementary. Then out of the doctor, oh man, what happened? Man, shut your mouth. You know good well you gay. These folks know good well. He said, "Fire terminate." Listen, them guys tried their best, man. They tried their best. Listen, they waste so much time trying to set me up, trying to. They're like, why? If I'm nobody, you should keep moving. But I really affect these people because little by little, these people sit in them churches, they're listening to me and they're considering saying, the man make a lot of sense. The man not crazy. What about you, Joanna, Dr. Joe? What made you come over? Come over.
You know, preacher, I was actually looking for someone that can lead me to some sort of truth because I was looking. I will cry and I was looking and I will go to pastors and churches. I'd be like, this is not it. And I couldn't find it. And there was this one guy who one time he told me, what made you think that the commandments were like, put away with? And he started to explain some things. And I realized I was wrong. And then I was really plotting to find someone that can guide me to how to live right. Because I figured that I was living wrong this whole time that I was a Christian. So my husband, Dash, were like, haha, he sent me your videos at the beginning. And I was like, no, because you were strong. So I was like, that's not it. And then one time, I wasn't talking to him anymore. I decided to listen to your videos. And you was just being honest, just saying the truth. You got to live right because this, and that. And you women, all that makeup. And I said, he's talking truth. But I said, he's all the way in Georgia. But I said, I'm going to go visit him, see how I feel in person. And I was not with Joshua at that time, but I told him, hey, I'm going to go visit him because I was craving for someone to guide me to the truth, like to some sort of real teaching, because you can't find that in New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania. I looked everywhere. And when I heard you the first time in the synagogue, I said, yeah, he gives correct instructions. Like, that's what I need. Someone that could tell me this is what you're supposed to be doing, period. So that's what attracted me from you, preacher.
I appreciate it. Yeah, some people that ran them all. It's just, woo, child, I tell you, it's a rough life. It's lonely out here, people. But I appreciate it. I got y'all though, right? That's what you saw. That's what you said when Lexi pulled that stunt on. That listen, she did. She tried to set him up and lost everything. He said he called Lexi the Lion King with that big wig she had. Yeah, listen, I put some stuff out there. He said, I appreciate y'all. So I got you guys. He said, Keisha said Dr. Joe looked like Mona Lisa men have named you. That's all right. Now you think that Keisha said that for her husband to go and repeat it.
Nope.
And say it behind your back. Carrie, if you can't learn to keep stuff, you know what I'm like. That's supposed to be behind her back, Carrie.
No.
I appreciate Billy said we him. Said beautiful Dr.
Joe.
Oh, that's it. They go that Joe. Hey.
No, it's not.
Now go ahead. Now what we got going on now? I appreciate everybody. Love Dr. started it.
Yeah, he did.
Was Andrew waiting to come on there? Was he waiting to come on, or was he just in the background on the phone talking?
In the background on the phone talking.
That's it. Okay. No. Oh, he got all right. Is it time? How you doing? She said beautiful. Beautiful, Dr. Joe. So listen, with all these wars going on, we know we call it Israel. They over there. Israel getting struck. Now Iran striking Israel. I just actually posted on Twitter and on X that it's saying breaking. It said there are reports of multiple explosions being heard in Syria, Iraq, and Iran. It said breaking. Iran media are now reporting that Israel is responsible for the airstrikes in Syria and Iraq. Israel is bombing Iran tonight. Where explosions can be heard. And see, that's bad. The fact that they even that puts the American soldiers. I encourage the American soldiers. If I was you, I wouldn't go. Simply because that's your life. I'm being honest. People can say, "Oh, You haven't fought one war for America. Every war you fought has been because these satanic worshiper leaders have gone and put your life. No one's attacked them. They can tell you September 11. Okay, let's give them September 11. Who attacked us in Vietnam? Who attacked us in World War II? All the places you ran to and you fought, you only got fought then because we were bombing people. We were bombing the people over in those other countries they were losing women and children. That's why those towers supposed to got hit. Ron Paul, former senator, doctor, has came out and told them that they want America to stop bombing their kids. Bill Clinton bombed the aspirin factory and told them that he had killed Osama bin Laden. So they risk your life and put you, and then it looks like when people saying no war, peace, that we're against you. People not against you. People against the fact of you getting killed. You're coming home, you're losing your spouses, your kids are in the street, your home is in foreclosure, your car been repossessed, you're on all kind of medical pills, you can't sleep at night, you're an amputee, and then they want to give us a commercial on how we can send some money to wounded warriors when they sent you there. Mm-hmm. So I tell each and every one of you, go home, let them fight their own war. All these world leaders, you want to be the word, get your sorry punk behind and then you fight them. I'd rather lose one of them than any one of you guys. You deserve to be home with your families. It's different when people come on here attacking us. We're going to other people's problems. If Israel want to be protected, they shouldn't have fought. They were told not to strike back. They did on their own, so better consequences. Mm-hmm. We don't need no more American soldier law. Boy, white or black, come home. Chinese, Asian, come home. Take care of your own family. You fighting the war out here now. They're giving you a done. They gave you the COVID shot and you're dying. You're sick. Why you ain't fighting them? Mm-hmm. They cut your benefits. They pay with you at the VA. Why you ain't fighting them? People sit here and risk your life. Nobody cares about you and your family. Now you got to start caring about you and your family. He said, Brandon, what did Brandon say? Brandon's still the best reader you ever had. Oh, he said, Brandon's still the best reader. Oh, well. It was decent. Brandon's still the best reader you ever had. Yeah, I guess that was the same, maybe. I look for the level. You know how it is. I look for the level. Everybody can't stand and live what I'm teaching. You can read it, but you got to be able to live it too. And that killing him like me. There's a lot of people better preachers than me, and the only problem is you can't get them to live it. Some people might have a voice what they do, enunciate word, but what about that living part? You know what I'm saying? Shoot, I'll take a man who can't even spell or read if he can live right. I can work it. Me and him together, we'll get up there and scramble them words together, and we'll do it. And later they can live it. But you get these guys, they can do all this enunciating and stuff. They can't live it. Mm. So that's kind of one of the tightest things you have with people. When did Jay say, amen? They listen, y'all know, man, my bro, I can't read and write. It's terrible. Penmanship, oh goodness, it's terrible. I tell you what though, boy, I sure know how to live this thing though. I'm living this life. Y'all hear me?
Just a little bit.
You said just a little bit.
I said living his life just to live again.
That's all I'm doing. Listen, man, I'm
living.
That's right. That wasn't that. Where you got that from?
Okay, well, my understanding when you said that. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You gotta write that down.
We finna shut that woman preach church now.
That gotta be on the song though. That has to be on the
word right there.
Man and Jada, amen. I guess you trying to get in that congregation. Oh, we shut that.
Y'all hit that cash up on that one. Ain't that right? Go ahead, too. Hit that cash.
Oh, don't hit us. Get out the motion song to go with that. They ain't gonna do right now. Y'all see that cash? Hit that subscribe, that like button. True, you probably been told, man, hit the cash. I smack that like button, man. Smash that. Go and get right. Let them get it.
Don't do that, sir.
This thing ended out here, y'all.
Oh yeah.
I know that's right.
Listen, y'all get ready
to wind it down.
I thought it was bad during the pandemic. I was so scared, preacher.
What happened?
If during the pandemic, during the COVID pandemic. Yeah, I was so scared. I said, if I die, I said, because I hadn't gotten, I was just, I got baptized by the Christian church, and I found out that didn't count. So I said, if I die, I'm going to jail. That's it. This is it. So when actually at the beginning, when I went to the synagogue, after a little while, preacher said, "You want to get immersed?" I cried so bad. I said, "This is my chance to be saved." You don't understand. I was like, I need to get immersed. I actually got immersed. One time I was at the beach, and it's so stupid, but I kind of like did it myself because I said I'm going to.
You immerse yourself?
I was just looking up and I was like, I'm trying to find someone to immerse me, but I can't. So I'm just going to do it myself. But when preacher said that you want to get immersed, I was like, oh my God.
When you immerse yourself, did you sing a song?
Yeah. No, so Eddie.
I was like, preacher. At that moment, I said, this is it. This is my place. He saved me.
Did you lay all the way down under the water and the wave wash you back up on the shore? Like how did what beach was it?
It was stupid, but just to let you know how important that was for me at that time during the pandemic. It was just I would go to the beach and I'd be like, so what
you were seeking.
Listen, man, you look trying
you
to get
were searching, right. Girl.
I wasn't taking it stupid. I mean,
I wasn't taking it stupid.
No.
It was.
Listen, I can't tell you how many times I got baptized, but I feel better now because they didn't work.
Man, when I got
baptized in school,
I didn't know what I was doing. I was a teenager. You know, it was just stupid to me.
Yeah, every time I bad in school, I have to go back up and get baptized and go in the prayer line. So every week I was back in the prayer line. The man told me I had a Nintendo demon.
You had a what?
He told me I had a Nintendo demon because all I want to do is play the Nintendo. He said that was the demon. He said the demon get in them games and they distract them kids. And I had a Nintendo demon. That's all I want to do is play Nintendo.
Look at this kid right here. This person here say he remember his mom used to help his dad write up her sermon. Tula's mama, I guess she been married before. She never did it with me. She must have been married before. He said, wow. Yeah, one day when we were out walking our pet fish at the park, she wrote a real good. Walking our pet fish at the park. That's very interesting.
We call our dog fish.
Yeah, they had some crazy creatures, didn't they? Walking pet fishes at the park. Well, I tell you, man, listen.
Testify, Tuli. What brought you here?
You know what it was. I had them waves up there too. My looking good, had that coat.
It was those waves that brought you in. Too.
Come on, tell us your story, too. Tell us your story, girl.
I had them waves there. I immersed over my hair before she ain't got in the water.
Yeah. You know what? I got a question for you, Tuli.
So, what?
But go ahead and answer Dr. Joe's question first. Now come and ask your mine.
What did she say? I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
What brought you in?
What? What brought me in where?
Here to
the thing. Oh, to
this way.
The word I heard. You know, I've always been religious and thought there was a higher power that I need to be accountable to, and so it wasn't hard to like convert and say, oh, I don't want, I went to church faithfully. Every week. After whatever. But anyway, it was the word. It was the word, and realizing that what I was in was not what I should have been in. I could be in something better. So I chose to go ahead and check it out, see what it was all about. Then I realized it was right at that time. And I'm grateful for the way my life went. The foundation that I had was the foundation that I needed, because it was like, don't do this, don't do this, don't do, it was kind of one of those kind of things. And it showed me what I was doing. So I'm grateful for the foundation that I got, because I think that's what I needed in order to build and have this understanding of this way right now. So that's what it was. It was literally the word.
Okay. Well, the question I have for you, Tuli, is can you tell us the inside scoop on what is it like to be married to a pastor?
Ooh, we should start it at 8:30.
Ooh, I could imagine though. I could only imagine.
Put in the book. That's all I'm saying. I write the book. It's a lot. Mm-hmm. It's not as easy. It's a lot. Because you gotta, especially if you started out one way, like not a preacher, and then you transition to one. Because when you marry a preacher, that's a choice. You say, I'm okay. I know what comes with this, and I'm okay with doing, being in this role. But when it transitions to that, and it wasn't something that you started out or wanted to do, then you have to. It's an adjustment. It's an adjustment.
Right.
But ask her what she taught. But ask her what she taught. I can be a preacher before I marry.
You said that, Tony, but you weren't though.
Yeah, that don't count. Yeah, you said you were gonna be the president too. That don't count.
Exactly. You also said,
wow, preacher, that's a check right there.
What I said?
You also said I can have anything I wanted.
They never said that. I was a big liar. I was a big liar. The good thing.
Before he changed.
You hear that? You hear a woman now? He said, "Be careful, it's cold out there." He right, it's cold outside.
That's right.
Tuli, what has it been like being by the side of a man like Pastor?
It has actually been a pleasure. I can definitely say it's been a pleasure. Learning, fruitful.
The sex is up to 15 minutes.
Trying, Tony, please.
Fast to 2 minutes. We growing.
6. Trying.
She said 6. Don't do that.
Hey, you better not be shaking your head at my. You don't do that. You don't disrespect him like that. I don't do that.
That's right. They better tell him.
Oh, that's right.
You're defending it because you're worried. Don't do that.
Anyway, yeah.
We pushed it. 16 minutes. Somebody please no.
Okay, so we're gonna keep talking over All right, next, let's just move on. Go ahead. Let's do the video. Let's go into the show.
Oh, wow.
All right. Video I want to hit up first is it's an article. It's one article that Ra sent out earlier. It caught my attention because it's something I didn't know, and I'm usually the man that knows everything.
Oh my!
So only a few things slipped my attention.
Mm-hmm.
But what I want to share with y'all is this particular article that Ra posted on his Twitter page earlier today. It's about Laken Riley's murderer.
Yes,
he was released over a lack of detention space.
Yeah.
What is up with that?
Mm-hmm.
Is that here in Atlanta? That's the one that's in
That's the guy that was the nurse the girl,
the nursing student in Georgia. Well, now you have to ask yourself. Also, we had a page, a live streaming thread. Here, one of the I came in the thread. He was really highly upset about that. He was talking about how hard it was when to find a job, and how when he was incarcerated, how they had them stacked 3 in a cell. And he was really upset about that. Yeah, just talking about how hard it was. And then you let a man who said he killed, did he rape her? I can't remember if he raped. His brother's also incarcerated for he attacked a border patrol. So these guys are definitely, real criminals. Now you had to ask yourself, could her murder had actually been a setup? Well, her being a medical student, maybe she could have found out something or knew something. Make no mistake with sometimes when things happen, these people can allow things to happen, get rid of the person, and you never know from that point what happened. You never know. It's a lot of average people, normal people that stumble across information that become critical. With her being in the medical field, there are a lot of people that came out against the medical field about things that were going on that were unethical. Even from the COVID shot, they made these people look like they were delirious. But look at now. People are filing class action suits about these COVID shots because people are starting to get the effects. They're not telling y'all about like LeBron James who had the COVID vaccine. He fell out of nowhere. All these people were heart problems with the VA. A lot of these people don't know. I know people from the VA told me 30 years and up are coming in having massive heart attacks behind this COVID. They're looking at the COVID shot being the contributing factor. They're not telling people that 30 years old is an attack age with that COVID shot. Mm-hmm. A lot of people have been affected. I remember one time you couldn't even say COVID. They were taking you off live. They were cutting you off of YouTube. Think about that. Why couldn't you say anything about it? you would consider combative. I remember when Nicki Minaj and one of them said something about it, and Joe Biden them reached out to her and she got scared. She was saying, hey, don't get that shot. I remember this years ago, it was on the news. She was saying, don't get that shot. Her cousin had told her something. Joe Biden, the White House reached out to her, let her know about that. And she was like, whoa. She had to back off that. You ain't hear nothing else about
I remember that.
Was that Nicki Minaj or one of them?
They all the same. They all the
same people. Yeah. Who?
I was talking to Wayno.
Yeah, whoever she was, he said, yeah, it is. People, I mean, it's a lot of people, and these people, because it makes no sense. Well, I'm not exactly, folks don't know what I have to suffer through here. He said, yeah. Also, cancer, I have so many people with aggressive cancer under 45. I know it's that jab. You're right, man. They were talking about get the jab. That boy from football talking about get the jab. You see, he retired, ain't it, Kelson? I think he's trying to go to talk show host. They know that stuff wearing them out. They say, yep, Nikki. That's who I know it was somebody. Yep. I'm listening. These people were blending people. They were taking my YouTube down. They were blocking stuff. If it's not hurting people, why were you stopping it? You could say something about the president. You could say something about the Constitution, but you couldn't say nothing about the shot. What does that tell you about the pharmaceutical industry? What does it tell you about the people who made money off of getting people sick? Let me tell y'all one thing that people don't realize. There are too many people on the planet. Just between China and India, you have 4 billion people. That's 2 countries. You have the continent of Africa, a Kibalon. You're pulling over another 2 billion people. You have approximately about 8 billion to 9 billion people probably today in the world. They don't have the food and the resources for this amount of people. You have to exterminate people. So you create the phenomenon of these diseases. You'll create these wars because you need more. The diseases are taking too long to kill people. AIDS, it took too long. It didn't wipe out enough people. So you keep trying to, invent. You don't need mass killings, but you need to extinguish enough people. So you create let me ask you a question. How could Russia and China and the United States sit down at a UN table and discuss somebody having a peace treaty when these are warmongers? Britain, warmongers. France, warmongers. Italy, warmongers. This was the Romans. These people are warmongers. What are they talking about? Peace. These people created havoc in the world. They destroyed Hades. They destroyed Akibalon. They have destroyed the Middle East. And all of us are fighting people and fight these people. They're bringing people here deliberately in our face. They make white people hate us. We're not Palestinians. We're not refugees from other countries. These people make it as though us and them they try to convince them the Mexican, the Hispanics, and the blacks are getting checks for free. They don't have to work. They're getting $7,000. These are lies. They're doing it for illegals, and they probably lying about giving to them to make us kill one another. You can't trust these people.
Can't trust them.
They were shadow banning, counseling world-renowned doctors that were against the jab. You're exactly right, man. They were looking at incarcerating people for that. People think those guys, the guys stones were a joke. I don't remember those were. It's a pharmaceutical commercial in between every show and ad. You're exactly right. Listen, depopulation, folks. That's it. Listen, I have tried to stress the importance of our people working together. Well, y'all, we have come together as a conglomerate to create a faction that works for us in order to stabilize ourselves. We offer other people the same opportunity. If you're out here and you by yourself, let me just be honest with you, you're not gonna make it. Okay, let's just be flat with you. You never see gangs jump on large multitudes. Gangs jump on what? Individuals. The smaller groups, you will be wiped out. The ones and twosies, you're going to be wiped out. Okay, and the threes. You're going to have to stabilize yourself with some people of the same mindset. Okay, and you're going to have to really lock down, and you got to work for your existence and fight for your existence. It's not all people feel like, oh, hands on. No, it's not about that. People tend to walk away and they look at large crowds. People tend to attack when they look at the numbers are smaller. You got to start to stabilize yourself with information. You got to be able to put things into play. You can't do anything broke, people. Okay? Too many of our people have broke conversation and trying to exist. It doesn't work. Okay? If you look at when he brought them out of Mizraim, Israel, out of what they call Egypt, you don't see the fact that he brought them out and they had abundance in gold because they had to do business. It makes no sense what you're thinking and how you talking about working. Oh, I don't need nothing. Tell me when Abraham was brought out of the land of Ur. He came out of the land for his fathers, right? How did he become the richest man? What was the purpose of him having riches? He had to purchase a field to bury his dead. No one's just giving you nothing, people. Stop it. I'm telling you, it's not about, oh, he preaching. It's not. Stop thinking stupid. There are things that you have to have together in order for you to survive. You have to have the mental intellect. You got to have the word. You got to be centered. Salvation has to be your goal, people. You have to sit. Listen, Abraham made an allegiance with some people. That's how he was able to go back and get his nephew. These people were trained. You're going to have to train yourself, people. You're not going to make it. These people going to wipe you out. I'm just being honest. Listen, keep dreaming. Keep doing what you're doing. Hey, if it worked, you ain't got no fight for me. You have no fight for me. I'm telling you, nothing you're doing makes sense unless you follow the path. I can't say this. Honestly, I can't say this so much. Go ahead. What you gonna say?
About things not making sense, and something you said about stability. Information provides stability. My question is, what about misinformation? I want to share with you an article that truly brought to my attention in regards to misinformation. It's a clear example of what happens when you have two people that have misinformation in front of them. Let me share this brief clip. It's about 2 minutes long. Here we go.
To the horrific, deadly shooting of a 61-year-old Uber driver. Authorities say she had no idea that the homeowner she was doing for had been called by scammers and was told that the Uber driver was in on it all. They say the homeowner then shot and killed that Uber driver. Here's Alex Perez.
Tonight, Ohio authorities say both people in this video, the man with the gun and the woman, an Uber driver, were scammed last month with deadly consequences. 81-year-old William Brock charged in the murder of 61-year-old Uber driver Lolitha Hall. Authorities say Brock had received calls from scammers telling him a relative had been arrested, demanding $12,000 for bail, telling him a driver would stop by to pick up a package with the money. Authorities believe the same scammers directed that Uber driver to pick up a package at Brock's home without telling her what they had told the homeowner. Hall had no idea what she was walking into when she arrived. Brock then confronting her at gunpoint.
I was threatened that she was going to come and kill me.
Hall frantic. Investigators say Brock took her cell phone, and when she tried to get in her car to get to safety, Brock stopped her from leaving, shooting her 3 times, later calling 911.
Well, I shot her in the leg first time, and I shot her in the shoulder.
Hall later died. In a statement, Uber saying this is a horrific tragedy and banning the account of the individual who made the request.
And David, authorities say they cannot stress enough law enforcement will never solicit cash. That should always be a red flag. David?
Alex Perez, just a horrible story tonight. Alex, thank you.
God had us got that makeup on.
Let me say this, and I see the comments of people saying he shouldn't have never done it. And it is. Let me say this. That's what they were just saying. Both of them were scammed. This is the problem. Okay, he was told that he had a family member kidnapped, and that somebody was coming to pick up the package, a package. Then you heard her even say, "I'm here to pick up a package." She was lied to. The person, whoever it was, that, I mean, he is still, I mean, if he had an issue with a black person, that gave him more of a motivation to be justified. Okay. Mm-hmm. I think, honestly, he told him, when she told him, remember, he said, I know you're here to pick up a package. She tried to get in the car to get away. He's thinking, because I mean, let's try to look at it not just racial. I know a lot of times, this is the problem with the news. When they present the story, they need us to be divided. Think of his end. Somebody just told you your wife is kidnapped and somebody finna come pick up the money. You thinking, I'm gonna kill this joker. I know what. If I kill you, I'm gonna get him back. I ain't gonna get my money. How I know I'm gonna get my daughter? So you don't know you being scammed, and this person is asking you for the package. So you're not. Oh, you know what? You probably a Uber driver who was given some misinformation, and this a plank. So you don't know this. Oh, you're frantic because you're looking at somebody being kidnapped. Now they're demanding $12,000 from you that you probably ain't got. And if you do, you might look at that's all I got. If I give you this money, what's the guarantee that I'm gonna get them back? So whoever that person is, as soon as they found and we know they're guilty, they need the death penalty. There's no reason for them to live. They need to die. Her family needs the right to kill them. I don't see no reason to keep them alive because that was a complete mess. And then you just look at the hatred that's created from black to white. So you can see there's a bigger agenda here. That this is an older black woman who was shot down, who was thinking, I'm picking up a package. I don't know. She's trying to tell him, not knowing that's what he was told. A driver's going to pick up the package. And then she's saying, I'm here to pick up the package. So how do I know you being scammed? So I know y'all, it's hard, but let's be honest. The bastard who did it, that bastard needs to die. Think about it, man. Somebody tell me you done kidnap my grandbaby. Listen, I ain't letting you leave. You're not going nowhere. Oh, they got it, but I got you. I got you, and I got somebody to trade. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna tell, I'm gonna kill you. Yeah, because I give you the money. What's the guarantee you're gonna let them go?
Right.
See, that's the part I look at. And now when we look at it, we looking at that old cracker, that old white man was told one of his family members was kidnapped. And they would come to get $12,000. So don't look at him as old white cracker. Look at him as, I just got a call. Now you come up asking for the pack. I'm here to pick up a package. Are you serious, nigga? You the one, you gonna come show your face and I just got a call saying y'all kidnapped one of my family members? So both of these people were scammed. And look how the police had to put this together. Nobody would have known. So it's bad for both. You think how he got to feel too. If he won, thinking the lady kept telling me she was here to pick up the money. When she was saying package, for him, I'm here to pick up the money. You can listen on the call. She said, I know you here. She said, I'm here to pick up the package. He said, I know you here to pick it. He said, I know what you that made him more aggressive. So they really set this up. And it's almost like they knew what would be the outcome. This I didn't see Granny a threat still though. I got you. But when you think about that one, when you hurt and you hear your daughter being kidnapped, your granddaughter being kidnapped, everybody, you a part. I'm looking at you as you with them. So you are a threat. One of my family members kidnapped and you picking up the money. How you not a threat? Think about it from that point of view. Definitely a bad scenario. My gut tells me he wasn't shooting Becky. yeah, McGillicuddy. I'm with you, but again, who showed up? I believe if a white woman had showed up, he's still looking at, I've been scammed. You're a danger because you're with them. You're getting the money. So you're with the people that's looking to kill whoever you. So both of them being scammed just made that a bad situation. It just made it a bad situation. You know, on both ends. Even if he is, just say he 1,000% racist, he was still put in a bad situation.
Mm-hmm.
It was. I mean, it don't make it on that end. Let's look at your family member has been kidnapped. Whoever comes to me for the money, far as I'm concerned, you one of them. How you not dangerous? You collecting the money. These people could kill my daughter. They could kill my wife. I have to see you as dating. So with the last, the last being dead, how did they know she was also being scammed? Where sis that information come? Well, because of course they're gonna check her phone and look at her call.
The Uber app.
Uber records and see how Uber sent her and what was the message that was given to Uber. Uber was contacted. Uber just sent the driver because they're gonna give you the call. He was told that a driver was going to come. It's just show you how dangerous this world is now with AI.
It's information.
9 times 10, these people got these ghost phones Because look, they also do a thing called swatting where they send the police to your house. The SWAT, yeah, they do. Listen,
they should be able to check that credit card though.
Nah, I mean, think about this. That credit card probably linked to somebody else.
Yeah, it's probably
Come on, they're not that stupid. These people know how to do that. If they would have told you, they'd have called these people. If you done that, you set him up knowing that what he would do.
That's bad.
Yeah,
man,
that's what I'm saying.
Come to find out that's some kids playing a joke or a prank. That's dirty.
It's somebody. I guarantee you this. I guarantee you this is somebody that knows him and not her. Because there's no way to know her. Uber's going to just get a call out to who's in the area. There's no way for you to pick her.
Yeah, she was random, but they knew they had to know him.
That's what I'm saying. For him, they knew. It could have been a young black. It could have been a young white kid came to do. Hey, run up here right quick. They're gonna pick up a packet. Hey, I'm here to pick up a packet. Not knowing, I'm looking at you as you right here. You kidnapped. So you have no idea. You probably smiling, and I'm thinking you think that's a game. You thinking you try to be nice and polite. I'm thinking you think I'm stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So this could have been anybody who lost their life. And then you keep saying this though, sir, calm down. I'm just here to pick up the package. You're iterating it. You see what I'm saying? That's like, are you serious? You thinking I'm supposed to have mercy on you because you picking up the money? So people not looking at, please y'all look at his situation where he was told.
Dr. Joe, what y'all say?
I agree. I think as somebody that knew him, calculated everything that he wanted to happen, and it happened just like he wanted it to happen. Yeah. And it's unfortunate. I mean, I wouldn't, I understand. I didn't see it that way, honestly, preacher, but it's true. He's defending whoever. Yeah. And although she's screaming help, but then you can't trust anyone nowadays.
But no, what else she's saying? But this is what she keeps saying. I'm here to pick up the package.
Yeah.
That's what you were just told. Someone's going to pull up to pick up the package. Mm-hmm. And this woman keeps saying, so she's saying to him, hey, I'm just getting the money. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, he's feeling, think about it. I feel like I'm being played. Ain't that cut in my mind? Oh, you know what? This is probably somebody called Uber and playing a prank. And so people, it's when we're looking at it in hindsight, we're looking at it as this. Oh, she's an old black woman. Listen to what can you play it back? Listen to what she said. Mm-hmm. Listen to what he was told. Listen to what she was saying. So put yourself in his position. Yeah. Sometimes we look at race so much, we don't look at practicalities of something. Mm-hmm. It could have black man that shot a white woman, he gonna get blamed for being racist. Mm-hmm. He wanted to kill the white. No, well, what was I told? Let's see the story here.
Deadly shooting of a 61-year-old Uber driver. Authorities say she had no idea that the homeowner she was doing the pickup for had been called by scammers and was told that the Uber driver was in out at all. They say the homeowner had been shot and killed that Uber driver. Here's Alex Perez.
Tonight, Ohio authorities say both people in this video, the man with the gun and the woman, an Uber driver, were scammed last month with deadly consequences. 81-year-old William Brock charged in the murder of 61-year-old Uber driver Lolitha Hall. Authorities say Brock had received calls from scammers telling him a relative had been arrested, demanding $12,000 for bail, telling him a driver would stop by to pick up a package with the money. Authorities believe the same scammers directed that Uber driver to pick up a package at Brock's home without telling her what they had told the homeowner. Hall had no idea what she was walking into when she arrived. Brock then confronting her at gunpoint.
I was threatened that she was going to come and kill me.
Hall frantic. Investigators say Brock took her cell phone, and when she tried to get in her car to get to safety, Brock stopped her from leaving, shooting her 3 times, later calling 911.
Well, I shot her in the leg the first time, and I shot her in the shoulder.
Hall later died. In a statement, Uber saying this is a horrific tragedy and banning the account of the individual who made the request.
And David, authorities say they cannot.
I'm saying that. I'm sorry. Here and again, no, he knew what he was doing. I heard the story that There was told, I thought he said somebody was kidnapped. That he was told that a relative had been arrested. I thought he was told that a relative had been kidnapped.
No,
that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm coming back and I'm repeating that. I thought that. Remember, I kept saying, if you were told, y'all remember that a relative, your daughter had been kidnapped, your grandchild, your spouse, but he was told they had been arrested, and it was the twit. No, he had no right to shoot her. No, he go to jail. No, she was something. No, he go to jail.
I mean, my question was, why did he shoot her on the leg, and wasn't that enough?
Yeah, then shot on the shoulder. He need to go to jail. He need to go to prison. Yeah, he need to rot. And like you're saying that, no, that's different. Because I mean, they told you somebody been arrested. The police. Why would somebody be put on to pick up the money? You call the police when they was out there. You call the police to come get them. Hey, somebody's at my house to get $12,000. They pulled up. Police come, so the police travel in. And that could have been no. You coming out with the gun and you don't know. And then shoot. I thought, again, people, I admit my end. I said from the beginning, I said, if you had a relative kidnapped, did I not say a child, a wife, a spouse, and this person is with them, how is this person not dangerous? Remember? The call was that a relative had been arrested and it was $12,000 to get him out, and they were going to send a driver to pick up the money, which means, to me, now someone in his family knows he has cash in the house. They want to send him there.
About that? You mean okay? They didn't necessarily want it.
They're going to find a person. The person is someone in his family, someone that knows him, that knows he has the cash in the house. They were looking for him to give that cash to her. Then they would get the cash from the Uber. Because the Uber had an address they had to go to after they got the package. Where was the destination that he picked up the package?
Mm-hmm.
Which means they probably going to rob the Uber driver.
Yeah.
I can't actually let you come to the address. I'm going to have to put you in the vicinity of a place, then you're going to get robbed for the package.
That makes sense.
So the person who did it 9 times out of 10 had to be one of his grandkids, nephew on drugs, who knew Pops got the money in the house. That's why you don't ask for something. Why would you ask for $12,000? Where's he gonna get it from? And a driver coming to get it right. Why I ain't send you to the bank? Because I know the money's in the house.
Mm-hmm.
It's not hard to put together now. Family members sat him up. They were looking for him to get the money, but he found out it went the wrong way. They're going to get caught because it ain't gonna be hard. Grandkids. One of them on drugs. I'm telling you. One of the grandkids set him up. Y'all see the story come out. Y'all come pay me later.
Yeah.
What did a woman out said? What did he say? He said, "That's my mom. Why I want him bad. I know he got scammed, but shooting her, come on. She not." No. At that point, I'm not with him 100 at all. My whole end originally, woman I remember was, I thought the call was one of his relatives were kidnapped.
I got a little clarity on that.
Okay.
I'm looking at a journalist now, found a video with a reporter who had more information in regards to the old man who got arrested, his perspective. They got a little more clarity and detail. I can take a minute. I'll play about 2 minutes of it. That's okay?
Okay.
Go ahead.
He said he need mud in his drawers. I like that.
We continue to bring this content to you. Now back to the show. Put up. He killed this woman in cold blood, man. For NBC News, William Brock, the 81-year-old man, has been charged in the fatal shooting of Lolitha Hall, a 61-year-old Uber driver. So according to his story, he said he believed that Miss Hall was working with a scammer. According to officials who said the victim was sent to the home by the same scammer. Brock told investigators he shot Hall outside his home March 25th because he thought she was working with a man who called him pretending to be an officer at the local court. Lieutenant Christopher Schultz of the Clark County Sheriff's Office said, quote, Mr. Brock, that is the killer, received some scam call by a person purporting to be someone from our courts who informed him a family member was incarcerated and that he had a bond of a significant amount of money. The calls turned from I'm an officer of the court to, quote, we have this subject hostage. This is a ransom demand, end quote. The person who called Brock, or an accomplice, requested an Uber ride to his South Charleston home to pick up the money, Schultz said. Ms. Hall did not have any idea of any of this, he added. Schultz said when Hall arrived and approached the front door, Brock confronted her with a gun and asked her who she was working for. Brock also took her cell phone. He stole her cell phone. So when she's crying out for help, she is crying out for help. He took a cell phone, prevented her from getting into a vehicle, prevented her from driving away. That's what he did. Quote, when she tried to get away, he shot her once, and then there was more exchange between them. Schultz said Mr. Brock was at some point injured to his head, and he shot Ms. Hall a second time. There was more conversation, and then he shot her a third time. Only after he shot her a third time did he make contact with authorities to report the incident. Hall did not threaten Brock, have a weapon, or assault him, according to the sheriff's office and a complaint filed in Clark County Municipal Court. She was taken to a hospital where she died from her injuries, according to the complaint. In a statement, Uber said the company has spoken with Hall's family. The Uber spokesperson said, quote, this is a horrific tragedy, and our hearts continue to be with Lolita's loved ones as they grieve. We have been in contact with law enforcement and remain committed to supporting their investigation. According to an obituary for Hall, she was a Columbus, Ohio native who was described as an incredible cook and had retired from work at the Regional Income Tax Agency. She is survived by a 33-year-old son named Mario. The Uber spokesperson said the account of the person who ordered a car to Brock's house has been banned. Officials have not identified the person who requested the Uber and have not said whether they have made any additional arrests in connection with this case. In a grand jury presentation on Monday, Brock was indicted on 3 counts of murder, 1 count of felony assault, and 1 count of kidnapping, and will be arraigned on those charges later this week. Brock was originally arraigned on a murder charge in the municipal court of Clark County on Wednesday and posted a $200,000 bond. If convicted of that charge, he could be sentenced to 15 years to life in prison or a $15,000 fine.
They probably
on it right here because they actually have today, an hour ago, they just released the body camera footage of the white guy. It's about a quick 1-minute clip. Let me play this 1-minute clip of the actual body camera footage of the white guy talking to the side of the story. Let's come back and get everybody's take on it.
Tonight, the new and difficult images of what played out after he shot and killed her. 81-year-old William Brock, seen moments after he shot 61-year-old Lolita Hall, telling Clark County deputies he had received a call from someone demanding $12,000 for bail money for a relative of his. It was a scam.
I've been on this phone for a couple hours with this guy trying to say we had a nephew in jail, had a wreck in Charleston, and just kept hanging on and needing on money, and what this was supposed to.
Authorities believe the same scammers targeted the Uber driver through the app, hiring her to pick up a package from Brock's home without telling her what they told him. That unsuspecting Uber driver was instead confronted at gunpoint. She attempts to get in her car to get to safety, but the homeowner prevents her from leaving, shooting her 3 times, then calling 911. She died from her injuries. In this newly released video tonight, you can hear a man believed to be the scammer calling the home again, right while investigators were there.
May I ask who I'm talking to? Yes, this is the officer speaking.
Okay, what officer?
Yes,
No, I need to know what officer, sir.
you're going to be in trouble.
Okay. Let me ask you this. The female you sent over here, you know who she is?
Yes, I do.
Okay, well, she's been in an accident. And this is actually an officer. It's Detective Cruz with the Clark County Sheriff's Office.
And David, during that exchange, the alleged scammer agreed to meet with authorities but never showed up. They have not been caught. Brock, who's been charged with murder, has pleaded not guilty.
They can't. Let me tell you something. South Carolina ain't got the smarter people. I'm just gonna be honest. The sheriff department in Charleston is a real race guy. You really that dumb? You know that ain't officer. That's the first problem. And you see here identifying yourself. I'm talking about. First of all, you should have tried to trace that number, which is not hard to do. You'll have them on the phone talking. And she's been in an accident, and all they send him on his phone, and they're gonna try to use that to give this man a break. He doesn't need a break for shooting and killing her. First of all, he lied on the recording. He said she threatened to kill him. Remember that? That's the first thing he said before he shot her. He said she threatened to kill me. She tried to kill me. Then he said I shot in the shoulder, and then he said I shot in the leg. He never thought about the third shot. Y'all paid attention to that?
Yeah.
Recording, he said he shot her. She threatened to kill him. He said I shot her in the shoulder. He said I shot in the leg, and I shot in the shoulder. So you know what's sad is the fact that he shouldn't be out, and they talking about even offering $15,000. They're gonna try, but see that call, they're gonna use that in court. That made no sense. Listen, they're gonna use that to justify reasoning of why he shot her. Watch this. He's gonna just about get off of that. It makes no sense. A grand jury indicted him because they were presented that evidence, and the grand jury say this man killed this woman in cold blood. And he lied. But when they bring out 11 Ku Klux Klan and 1 Grand Wizard, he's gonna walk. They'll bring up 1 house Negro, 11 Klan, 1 house Negro, not guilty. That's bad, and that's just being honest. He no good where that makes no sense. I thought his family was kidnapped. This was just deliberately him killing her, and that made absolutely no sense. And then you lied. Just tell the truth.
I mean, if he had shot her in the leg, she already couldn't walk. If he shot in the leg, then she was not going anywhere.
But
you saw her neck his neck was bleeding. She was trying to fight him off. You saw the blood on his neck.
Yeah, but how was he trying to fight her off? Like, she was shot. I know a lady that couldn't barely walk.
Probably blood splatter or something.
Yeah, something that probably.
Well, she might have when he shot because she tried to get in the car. Remember, she tried to get.
She was fighting for her life.
Yeah, he shot her when she tried to get in her car. She wasn't no threat.
No.
But she was a threat after because they show you how scary he was and less of a man he was. He couldn't fight her. He just kept shooting her. They've always done that for their defense woman. You always take advantage of the defenseless. Somebody else with a gun, he'd have dropped that gun. He felt he couldn't handle her, so he looked at them. He just shoot her and shoot her and shoot her.
Like an animal.
Yeah. I give people the benefit of the doubt until facts come. It ain't hard to put these facts together. Yes, he was scammed on that, but this is what I don't get. So you shoot the police? Somebody tell you the police is telling you somebody come to pick up the packet, and you shoot the person who the police in? So you had to believe that person here from the police.
That's true. That's true.
Very well been truthful, and I'm ready. I come out with a gun.
That's true.
Man, it's the same old, it's so same old redneck behavior. I give people the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, you were scammed on something, but still don't get right just going to kill nobody and just shoot the woman that many times. It makes no sense. The first thing to do was call the police.
He's asking, Dr. Joe, you shot her one time in the leg. Why did you have to continue shooting her?
Right. She was already down.
I don't understand that.
I mean, that was more of a reason to kill her. That's how they started out. That's how they started out. Stay on top of us while we down. Listen, ain't no such thing as a down black person unless they did.
Got that right.
Why do you think they get us on the ground still shoot us? The only way you're down is if you're 6 feet. They don't count down. You land on the ground surrendering. I say this, and I said it before. No, this is not the mentality of everybody white. No. This has to be the mentality of everybody, quote unquote, black African American. It's time for us to start to provide for ourselves. It's time for us to govern ourselves. It's time for us to realize when there has to be a separation. Okay, I'm in a marriage. Woman in a marriage, okay? Joe, you married, okay? Okay, you cook, you clean. Your husband come home, he slaps you. Wow, I can't believe this. He acts like this. Wow, this okay. But let's get the benefit of the doubt. Some happen, okay? Some happen. It could very well be your fault. Let's just go with this. Come home next day, you clean. I'm trying to make sure I do the right thing. Whatever, I don't want to get in this. Come back, do the same thing you done. Wow, hit you again. You say, oh, now I know something's wrong. Okay, something is definitely wrong at that point. Okay, do the same recycle 3 times. How many times does it take for you to leave?
Right.
So I had to ask the so-called Negro. We've been doing this for over 400 years. There is no more benefit of the doubt. You have to have complete separation. I've said this. You can do business with them. That is the only way you operate. You cannot do business where you are governed by, controlled by, advised by, you arrested by. You can't do this. This is our own fault. Until you can set up and establish your own. And I've been saying it for years. Everybody come to the dumpster. Oh, let's go get a grocery store. Okay, let's do that. Let's go get a grocery store. Right now, we got a grocery store. Y'all agree? Y'all with me? We got a grocery store right now. What's the products we're selling?
Product.
What are we selling? Give me some.
Bermuda bread.
What kind of bread?
And turkey bacon. With chicken eggs. And sausage.
Okay, where we getting these products from?
The white man.
That's all I'm asking them. We got to sell Coca-Cola. We got to sell Pepsi.
Yeah.
We got to sell the big
milk.
Everything. Milk. This is coming from what dairy?
White man.
So you're not controlling. All you're doing is another filter for me to sell my products to your people and then claim blackness.
Revenue stream. Yeah.
Yes, and listen, I'm not against the white man not making money. I'm not against nobody making. You don't control nothing. You can't even control your emotions.
Now I have a question for you, preacher. Do you think that that is accountability from the black man or a mind control that comes from generations?
I don't think it's either or. I think it's the lack of, we've never had a sufficient leader to explain us how to do it. Everybody come to the same stuff. We need to put stores in our communities. We need to have, so everything you keep saying put in your community is owned and controlled by. It's regulated by. You can't get control unless you control the entity, control the product, control the revenue. All these things we've done, we can come and do. Look at Chinatown. Chinatown buys, Chinese people do not buy Chinese products from white America. They buy from China. They buy from other people that are Chinese from other areas and have it imported. It's going to be wrapped, named, it's their stuff. They're going to sell it to other ethnicities, including their own people. So they're going to take the dollar revenue from the black. They're going to take the dollar revenue from the Chinese. They're going to take the dollar revenue from the Italian, and they're going to build up and open more stores, and they're going to buy other things, and they're going to get businesses where they're going to hire, employ more of their people. Then they're going to get into corporate America where they're going to run, and they're going to hire other people. They're going to have a voice. They're going to be a force. So when things happen, they can come out and say, hey, we want representation. We don't want this in our neighborhood. We want people to police us that look like us.
Right.
They're not going to hire me, Dwayne, and 15 other people that look like us to come and police Chinatown. They're not going to do it. They're going to say, no, that's racism. I'm going to police. They said, well, it's not racism. Based off of the culture and the ethnicity of the people, it would just be better to put people they're more comfortable with. They're going to do the same thing in the Jewish community, but they're going to put people in my community that I'm not going to be comfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to put people in my community that's not going to be sensitive to my needs, who's not going to understand my culture.
Mm-hmm.
So it is because we lack power. I offer this to my people. This is why, listen, I blacked out live streaming. I'm done. Listen, I'm tired. I cannot fight you people anymore. I'm just done. Because it makes no sense for us to be so retarded. We have the intelligence, We have the ability. Everybody, let's go get guns, kill them. You don't need guns to kill them. You first need to sit down and understand who you are. Understand your purpose, okay? Then putting together the things that cause and work for you to exist. When Chinese people want to watch, the area is going to favor them. You're going to see the dragons. You're going to see the artwork. You're going to see the culture. You're going to see the graffiti in there. It's going to favor them. People don't, when something favors me, they're going to make it, they're going to downplay it. They're going to denigrate it. They're going to disgrace it. I have a solution that will work for every culture. We can all benefit from one another. But the so-called Negro needs to be in a better position. This is how we get the kids to respect the parent. This is how we get the wife to respect the husband. This is how we get the husband to respect the wife. This is how we fix our school system. We can't because we don't control anything. The school boards are controlled by who? The curriculum is controlled by who? Now, there is a system. The United States has a curriculum, basically ethics on education where people should have minimum. White America and other nations, they're not going to take minimum. They're going to go above that because they refuse to have their kids on a scale with other people. Why do I have to accept my people, my kids being on a scale less than other races?
And we do.
But I have to become a proponent for that. This is not white America's problem. This is a problem with Tony lacking responsibility, not having the information. Now, when Tony gets the information, what does Tony do with it? Tony tries to impart it to his people. I said, listen, brother, we as men, we have to have this characteristic. This is our drive point. This is what we have to do. These are our goals. These are our ethics. These are our do's and our do nots. What do my people do? They withdraw back and hide, and they went right back. We can create our own social media. Go look at your TikTok. Look at what race dominate TikTok. Look at what race dominate a lot of this stuff. But you're giving funds and money to these people, creating them, and they're letting you use their platform because you're bringing them advertisement. Let me ask you a question. How do you make money with a social media site? You allow people to be a buffoon, and other companies say, I will put my product on him because you have a stupid fool. You're stupid fool. So you're getting revenue from the Negro making a stupid fool of himself. Everybody profits off you but you. I can't help you. I don't know. And then all we got to do is pass the word. One more person. If we all tell one more person, so let's look at our condition. Who we fighting? They're not going to let me go fight no white man and stay on no street. You're not fighting, you're fighting me. I'm fighting you. That's it. What say you?
We got another one.
Go ahead. What you got, Omeno?
What you got, Tula?
So we have another one that just happened.
Yeah, which one? Which one next, Tula?
Come on, the one I told you. What were we talking about? Oh, let's do that about the THC and the kidney.
That man said he's ahead in money. His allowed to get enough money to buy some beef bacon. Derek lost.
Ew, all that.
I didn't hear what you said, Tula. You can repeat yourself.
THC.
They're like 10, 11. They're like taking care of business.
THC. Dwayne, do you know what I'm talking about?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That's it about the candy, about the kids, the candy.
I don't understand why. I told we had this conversation and it's in the private chat.
So you sent me about seven news article links, and I'm trying to read each one. I don't see nothing to say THC.
It's the second one.
Who want to fight the one?
Me.
It's my big time.
There you go. We're glad you stayed up. Cause you might as well stay out now because you ain't gonna do nothing on your wedding night. So stay out now. Go on.
I don't have any comment.
Me neither.
You're doing good.
Now she told me THC. There we go.
But that's THC.
No, it don't. It say Carroll County students kicked out of school after eating candy. That's all I see.
What else you see? Keep going.
Why are you so
lame? You lame
You gonna give me an alley hoop? If you want me to dunk it, try to give me a better alley hoop. Lob it up somewhere close to the goal. You know what I mean? You try to give me an alley hoop for the 3-point line. How am I slam up from the 3-point line? To help me.
Get your jump up. Get your game up. Oh, lame duck.
You can't jump down. Okay, so all right. Anyway, this is in Carroll County, Georgia. The school system is investigating 4 students that said they used. There's a video on here. When if you want to play that one, but anyway, that used an illegal substance last week. So parents of 2 children who were a part of the investigation said another student gave them gummies which they did not know contained THC.
Crazy.
The kid was vomiting, lightheaded. She was dizzy. So they got suspended. Now the kids say, let me tell y'all the story. I want y'all to find the little part with it. Their 14-year-old daughter said another student gave them a gummy which they split up before quickly realizing that something was wrong. Around like 5th or 6th period, she said she started feeling weird and she just went to sleep the whole period. So tell me something about it. Did y'all catch something on that?
Is this the video you want me to play?
Say what?
Is this the video that you want me to play?
Go right ahead.
Accusations that 4 students ate suspected THC gummies. The parents of 2 of the children said they have been kicked out of school and for no reason. The incident happened Friday at Temple Middle in Carroll County. Channel 2's Tom Regan live there today. And Tom, the parents told you that their kids had no idea that they were eating laced gummies.
Yeah, that's right. And the kids told me the very same thing. The parents say their children got the gummies from another student here at Temple Middle School late last week.
School is supposed to be a safe place for our children. I'm upset that this even occurred.
Jennifer Alford and Tempest Glover say they were stunned when they were called to pick up their children at their school Friday.
She was very, very blurry visions. Eyes red, buckshot red, kind of low. Didn't know whether she was coming, going. She was vomiting, lightheaded, dizzy, anxiety. I'm upset about the whole situation.
Their 14-year-old daughters told me another student handed them a gummy, which they split up, never knowing that it could contain THC.
It just felt really weird. It didn't feel like anything normal. I felt like I was gonna throw up. I felt nauseous.
I put my head down and people was telling me my eyes were low.
You had no idea it was laced with the drug. You just thought it was regular candy.
Yes, sir.
The girls say they've never used marijuana or any other drugs or alcohol. And yet now the parents say they've been told their children are expelled for the rest of the school year. They say their kids are innocent of any wrongdoing, and the punishment is absurd and unjustified.
It's very disturbing.
They shouldn't have kicked us out. They should have just let us go back to school.
The parents tell me they will have a chance to appeal their kids' expulsion at a hearing next week. The school district says it's conducting an internal investigation that's being handled in accordance with the district's code of conduct. Live in Carroll County Temple, Tom Regan, Channel 2, Action News.
Did he say expulsion?
Let me say that. They know. I'm almost sure the school. I would want to say the school know a little more than what these kids. It's a little more of this story, what they say. Them girls, look at them girl eyes. Them girls tell the truth. They ain't hard.
No more to know.
The school, you were given a THC gum you never had before. It's not hard to check that. And to kick you out of school, you probably ran your mouth to them kids and told somebody else, you know what I'm saying? I got these THC gummies. And that's probably why they kicked you out. They realized y'all knew what y'all were doing. Y'all got high school. Yeah. And the school
and they lying to the parents.
You heard the girl. We should be let back in school. Yeah, they saying you can look at her. Other one look at the camera, her eye, and the news make you look guilty. She said, you tell her. And stop that there.
We should have let him back into school.
I was geeked up in now. Couldn't eat, couldn't sleep, that geek.
Oh, okay.
You know, yeah, they guilty. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. This stuff got to stop somewhere with the kids. I mean, our kids, I get on them kids. We got up down there. I got one of these. Boy, I tell you, kids. Boy, they didn't let me hit these kids. Listen, I can hit. I'm telling you, a lot of them won't have. Man, I'll slap the 5 on there. Forget about what the taste is, because they don't realize when we were coming along, we had marijuana. Okay, first of all, before there was sesame, it was marijuana. It was regular marijuana. Then you had sesame, it was green. Then you had Babby. Y'all know what Babby is? Babby was weak. Babby was that what you call weak reefer. Reefer that didn't do nothing for you. You said, man, get that Babby out of here, man. Old Babby had old fake sense. Man, get that Babby out. That's what we call it, Babby. Get that old Babby junk out of him. So, you know, then these guys started putting sprinkling powder on. I had friends sprinkle powder. You smell like they were tuned though. Then they started cracking that rock up and down. Then he said, these niggas smoking geek joint. You like, you smell that thing? You like, that smell funny. It was geek joint. I'm talking sitting on that geek joint. You like, then he hollered, man, that nigga geek punk. Now he smoked that pipe. We called he was on that glass penis. Oh, we said, man, that nigga on that glass penis, man. We use the D word. Oh yeah, we got on that man, that glass penis. Cause they said we like, man, nigga on that glass penis, man. Yeah, that was it. When you holler, man, was a geek monster. Yeah, man, that nigga a geek monster. That boy, that means you smoking. You're a loud crackhead and a geek monster. Man, that's embarrassing. That was just embarrassing. But see, stuff don't embarrass these people now. These kids now, I mean, they got these kids. He said, or what you call him? What do you say? Call him what? Call him headache throw. I ain't never heard that. We call him joker, man. Geek man. Oh, that's that nigga on that glad pipe, man. That nigga on that glad pipe. Man, we'd be live, man, we'd be down. Yeah, that embalming fluid. That's when them guys got out there. That was that match here, that Sherm. They would take the marijuana, they'll dip it, a cigarette, they'll put it in embalming fluid, dry it out and smoke it. That's how I tell about that guy talking about he was Jesus Christ. Had that bed sheet on. He talking about all them women don't hear angels. Yeah, that's man. To say something, you got that get on that embalming fluid. That's it. I had a partner, man. He ain't got on that. He was a geek monster, man. That thing hurt me so bad, man. Cause he had been in the military, had served, and put time in and stuff. And I had a family that hurted me, cause I know how much how important it was to a family. He went and served and everything for his country, had been in Iraq and everything, got over there. And, got into a couple of scuffles over there at QT. Then he got back here and gone there. Yeah, gone there. Yeah, he wound up being a geek monster. Man, that thing was hard, yeah. It was hard on me, man. Yeah, I hated it, man. That thing was rough on him, man. Yeah, it happened to some people, though. I'm sure he tried. He said, the one that cut off his lower commando. That's crazy, man. Yeah, they do that, man. That's crazy. Listen, I ain't never been. I ain't been that type of guy. I can't cut that off. Woo, that's serious right there, man. That thing much too tender. Ain't that right? That's like who that group was. 4/4. Tender love, tender lawns, lawn so tender. Yeah, you can't do that. The one that, I don't know. People out here crazy though. But that really, I want y'all to know that he don't win. That man, man, you are a doo-doo monster, man. They apologize, you old doo-doo joker.
He gone.
There you go. You're a doo-doo here. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here too. I have to get some rest. I got to get ready. Listen, man, it starts tomorrow night to next week. Y'all know how tired I'm going to be. I got so much to do. Oh my goodness. But anyway, I'm ready. Listen. Please talk with y'all kids. I know we laugh and have fun, but it's more serious. Please talk with your kids about the dangers of this candy, eating this stuff. Do not play with them. Set them down and really get on their behind. He said, my daddy used to put hydrogen peroxide on his weed, then put it in the oven before he sold it to dry it out. But I bet them jokers were geeked up. Man, what that brought out. Yeah, I mean, people did because everybody want to try to have some stuff like, oh man, it's killer. And high,
That right said.
when you quote unquote high, all you doing is burning out brain cells.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't interested in losing no brain cells. What is that? What? Is that titty? I got my glasses. What that say?
That's tight.
Oh, that was tight. Oh, okay. Yeah, they was somebody he said send my code. Go in the thread. They're gonna get it to you. Yes, sir. I had to talk with my kids today. But that's what please talk with them. Please, y'all, we cannot mess around. That Joker was Breaking Bad. Yeah. My partner, he was in the military and served over in Iraq. He did a tour, got into something at the QT, the slush machine, and messed him up. So he flew back over him and wound up, first he started tuning some powder with a guy on the front porch, and he got on that powder. Then from now, he wound up getting on the little, putting the crack rock on the weed. Then he was going to try to go into wrestling. He was going to be called, he said he was going to make it called the name Sprinkle Down. So he been through a lot, my friend. I still try to, look at people. I try to look down on him because of, he smoked crack. Like I don't call him like a baser, crackhead, geek monster. You know what I'm saying? Cocaine chimp. I try not to do that because you just got to know when people are down. He said, I'm talking about Darren lost a dad. Yeah, that's crazy. That crazy, that man. Did Dad didn't smoke it, did it? He said, I was in the thread for hours. They gonna know what to do. I make sure I get with them. So that that's the what he say, you didn't what? He said, you don't remember that was who that tooted that on the front porch. That was him. Yeah, he tooted on, that was him tooting on the front porch. I just said the guy asked me about it, but I was coming up from my friends in the military. I just said sometimes you try to use other people's name to cover up for people, but yeah, it was we to call him Chimp for short. Chimp, Gorilla, Baboon, stuff like that. Yeah, he had a real bad problem. I think he still got that powder situation. Let me ask something. He was telling me about a dream he was having. He was having a dream where he was coming home and going straight to sleep. And he was getting up in the morning and he would just get up from a dead sleep and just get up and just go to work. He's like, he was doing, I asked him, I was like, as I know, y'all deal with psychology too, right? So my friend, he was like, he would come home, his dream, he was like, I would just come home from work and I wouldn't tell him, I just go straight to bed, right? And he'll just be laid out. And I was like, well, how you know, he said, well, when I get up, I could see like the pollen in the bed, like a chalk line in the bed, like pollen. And he said he would just get up and he would just go straight to work. And he would he'd be at work all day and stuff like that. Then he would just come in. I was like, well, how long you been having a dream? Because he been doing it. He was like 51 years. Like the same dream that yes. The person, I leave name is the Chimp. So he said he comes home from work, right? And would get in the bed, just go to bed, right? And just go out. Get up and just go straight to work.
This is his dream, constant, the same dream.
Same dream for 51 years.
Wow.
Yes. So I'm asking him, that's a long time. I'm like, typically, dreams would last for 5 minutes, maybe what? Right. He said his dream is it's 24 hours a day. Mm-hmm. He said he'll be unconscious for 6-8 hours, get up and just go straight to work. I was like, do you see yourself taking a shower or anything or brush your teeth before you leave? Like, no, I just get up and I just go to work. So I'm like,
nasty.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this dream for 51 years and you coming straight home going, that means I'm like, are you seeing do you take a bath? No, I just come in, I'm thinking, it's like a dream. I just come home, I just get in the bed, with the clothes on. Yeah. with his shoes on. So, it's like dirt all in the bottom of the bed, right? So I'm sitting there because I'm trying to help.
Does he stink?
I'm sure it stink. But I'm saying I want you to help because I can only go so far because my, you know what I'm saying, I don't have the degrees. So I'm listening to, I'm like,
preach.
I'm thinking it's like your dream you get like every other month or something. He's like, no, this is like, it's like every night, every day I'm dreaming this. I'm like, it's not no dream. You know what I'm saying? This man is literally telling me he's coming home, getting into bed with his clothes on, getting up from a dead sleep and going to work. So if anybody they can offer out there to help this person, because this is like, I'm not seeing dream. I don't know. Do y'all see dream?
It might be an excuse not to shower.
It didn't work, huh? What is it?
It might be an excuse not to shower.
He said his dream don't come with the shower. I asked him about that. He said it's a dry dream. I said, is it a wet dream? He said, no. He said it's always dry.
Okay, y'all.
I just want to put that out there. Yeah, we got to get it go. We got to finish getting all the loving out too.
Yes.
And we got to try to get some loving out at some point.
Honey, please.
That's what I'm talking about. Beg for it. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's when you know you're doing it right, when they beg for it. Question. Yeah, that's my friend dream question. It run. I don't know. And you help me if you know. How do I tell my friend it's not a dream? That's all I need to know. Y'all can help me. How do I express that and tell my friend and we still be friends? Can anybody help me how to do that? Because I'm learning. I'm new at this. Okay, what did Derek say? What you do? He said, you saying he turned down a miracle cause it came with a shower. That's right. He went there, he begged me. He said he don't want no shower blessing. He said, please. He said he don't want. He said, please. What you want me to tell him? Tell him just go take a shower. Great. But how do you say that and keep the friendship? That's all I want to do. I kind of want the friendship. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how do you tell a person without hurting a person? This not a dream. Man, you doing this. You just not bathing. That's all I want. I just want to know because I'm putting it together. I can see it now. It's there. But it's like how you you see them and they like, and you like, this man I'm telling you, when you see them and they like, and they do it like this. What is that? You know what that is? Them gnats. They be like, and you be thinking, it's wintertime. It's like -8 outside. And they're like, whoo. Yeah. They're like, man, them gnats bad. You thinking, they're not gnats, but I don't know. So what, y'all help me. What are you saying? Holly, you stinking out there? All right, then. Chimp, you stinking. I just gotta say it. Because I'm saying I can't beat around the bush no more. I feel better. I got it on my chest. You stinking, Chimp. Yeah, I'm feeling better. Ooh, that's a relief. Y'all just don't know that thing was heavy on my heart, y'all. I didn't know how I was gonna do it, but I feel better, y'all. I feel better, so much better. What the hell right now? And we gotta still love each other too now. We can't have no hate. I don't hate nobody. Even they took a bath for 51 years. I don't hate nobody. There we got some advice. What is that? You gotta leave. You gotta leave hints when y'all go out. Have soap in the car. Yeah, when y'all go out to eat, bring up what that canvas about a new deal. Y'all have to do that now. I appreciate it. There, this helping me. I'm gonna be honest. I ain't been a good friend. Cause I you know how you kind of know things, but you like, where they gonna put us at in the friendship? So y'all helping me out right now. I appreciate that. Cause even I need help with that. It was the that ain't that chicken. That's your behind. Trying to blame it on that chicken. Telling me that chicken stinking. It was a guy in Walmart that had tried to ban it from carrying in because he stink. So that him and his nephew. Oh, they banned him from Walmart because he's. Oh my God. Well, you don't want my friend to go up down there in the town. Mama got to deal with that. Oh my God. You think? Oh, Grayson. You know who it is? Oh my goodness. I didn't. Y'all know I didn't call no name. I try not to call no name. If you're gonna keep listen, you can say stuff and don't call no name and keep the peace. I try my best to do that. You stinking. I just want to put that out there. Anybody. You know, it's all kind of wood out there. It's birch wood, redwood, pine wood, haywood, other woods out there. It's all kind of wood. I just want to put out there. How much wood can a woodchuck chuck? If a woodchuck chuck, if he chuck the wood. Hey, Mama got to do that. Listen, what place got on now? That's the only monkey I know. I know me and you both. That's it. Listen, we're hard, y'all. We got to get out of here. So we'll be on tomorrow, y'all. Come and see us tomorrow night. What time we starting away? 7:30.
We'll have our start time.
Yes, we do. And Stasha get a check. She's talking about she's just gonna go stay at the hotel because she don't know when I'm gonna start. That way she can get there on time. Are you serious, Resident? You were
No,
there?
I'm just saying what she said. I'm just saying.
When she did, she shouldn't have done that. I was very disappointed when she did.
She should have never.
Her with some binocular at the hotel across the street, trying to see when I come to know what service started. That really hurt my feeling. I was really hurt.
How dare
We'll
she?
hard you too, saying we'll hardball y'all. Y'all know we got to get ready to go, but listen, we'll hardball y'all. We appreciate every one of y'all. We look to see y'all tomorrow night. Make sure you get on there to get your code, Womanati, please. Appreciate all y'all. Take care. Question, we look to see you next week. Every one of y'all, we look to see y'all tomorrow night. Hob y'all. What y'all gonna send them greetings? We'll hob y'all. We're gonna be looking to see y'all tomorrow night.
All right.
Y'all. Peace it out. Yeah. We're about to go back.
We're about to take it back.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Tony and Lee on the radio. Dr. Joe's therapy on the radio. The love doctor going live on the radio. Two mics and a mind on the radio. Radio, turned up 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 on the radio. Two nights and a mind. Two nights and a mind. Two nights and a mind. Two nights and a mind.
All right, you do something better, I'll do something better, and we'll be better together until next week. Well, maybe not next week.
Oh yeah. Next week, y'all know we're gonna be out for we got the Moon Hut out next week, so we'll be at the Thursday after that. But we definitely hard by y'all. Appreciate it. Bobby, good to see you, man. Here always. Long time support to all of y'all. We'll hub y'all. Y'all take care. Have a great week. We'll be in the week after because all next week we'll be service and going. But we appreciate you guys for being you.
All right. Night.
Everybody.